I'm Sarah. I'm one of the Manchester Inspectors of Health and Safety, and today is Monday the 22nd of September. And for the next 4 weeks, the Health and Safety Executive, the construction inspectors of the Health and Safety Executive are proactively inspecting refurbishment premises. So I'm at the premises at the moment. I've just done my first visit of the campaign, looking at all the issues that we find on site. The type of issues we've been looking at the moment are management of the site and the control of the people that are working on the site, so the health and safety of all the people that are working on the site. There are some issues on this site regarding working at height, for example, people working on bandstands and trestles with no guardrails, things like that. Some electrical safety concerns on site, fire management on site, concerns with the safety of the people that work on the site getting out of the building in case of a fire, waste materials and how they're being managed and handled across the site. There's quite a few issues going on the site at the minute. The site has been given notices in order to help them improve and go in the right direction. And we're going to see what else we find in the next few visits that we do over the campaign. And I'll let you know what we find. Today is the 22nd of September, and today we've been to 4 different construction sites around this area. Maybe come into contact with up to 20 construction workers today, and we've had a very positive impact on the working environment of the people that we've met today and improved things for the better for those 20 people. So hopefully they can go on working and have a happy and healthy working environment. So I'm currently in Oxford today. It's raining. I think it's raining on the whole of the country today, and it's raining on me in Oxford, but I just thought I'd show you Oxford. This is where I'm out and about inspecting today. Alright, I don't know how my colleagues are getting on. There's another 3 inspectors around Oxford somewhere today, so hopefully we'll catch up with them at the end of the day, and I'll see what they get up to. So I've just been onto the latest construction site, and generally things are being managed pretty well. Safety's really good. The areas that tend to let this company down was the health issues. So the management of silica dust, the management relating to health and safety with manual handling. So people are doing a lot of form work, moving big massive pieces of wood around, and there's no manual handling training, there's no manual handling assessments. So that's something this company got picked up for. Health issues don't tend to be given the same weight across the industry generally as the safety issues, which is something we're working hard to try and put right. And hopefully we're going to make an improvement on quite a few people's lives today. So good news for this site, all the subcontractors and the principal contractors on this site are working well and effectively, and there are no material breaches. So nothing significantly wrong with health and safety on this site, so I will go and target my time somewhere else and be more effective somewhere else. So I've been out and about in Leicester today. I got a call from the local police station in Leicester telling us about an activity that was going on with refurbishment. An office block was being refurbished. Can't mention any names, but it wasn't being done particularly well. A site manager had been put in charge of the site who hasn't done any of the health and safety training you'd expect from your site managers doing large projects. I arrived at the site, there's about 7 chaps working on the site. One of them was only 17, no paperwork on site whatsoever, no site inductions, and basically young men putting their lives at risk so that the job can be done just that little bit quicker. Not the best practice at all really, so that's going to be going further and forward. We were out in Oxford the other day, my colleagues and I went to about 12 different sites. I don't think any legal enforcement action was taken, but there was a few things wrong around the site, but nothing terribly bad. So the campaign has been running for 2 weeks. We're into our 3rd week at the moment. In the first 2 weeks, about 800 sites were visited. I think just over 800 sites nationally with the construction inspectors. And out of those 800 sites, I understand about 40% of them, up to 40% of them, had material breaches on the site. So letters, information being sent onto the sites where things aren't being quite right. So still obviously a lot of work to be done across the refurbishment sector in making things better. So obviously our time is not being wasted and everything is being put to good use. So this is where I'm heading to next as part of my refurbishment campaign. So it used to be a shoe factory. a long time ago, and it probably would have been one of the main employers in Leicester of its time. Would have employed a few thousand people, if not more, I should have thought, when it was operational. It's been derelict for maybe 10-15 years, and I know part of the factory has been refurbished already. And the site I'm on today is absolutely fine, not found any problems here today, so I've not been here that long and I won't be staying that long. But the site where I am today was built in 1891, and when it was built it was one of the world's biggest shoe factories. And today it's been left to rack and ruin for a while, and now companies come along, Urban Rhythm have come along, and they're turning the site into over 100 different properties. They're making 100 different homes for families to move into in the area. So far during the campaign, it's been going for 4 weeks. I've been to football stadiums, I've been to churches that are being converted, I've been to big houses that are being turned into smaller flats, I've been to schools, I've been to hospitals, been to office blocks that are being converted. There's a lot of different refurbishment activities. The problems I tend to find where I've been out on site are working at height. I've issued more notices and taken more action for working at height problems than I have anything else while I've been on site. Generally people trying to get a job done quicker, taking shortcuts, not working safely, and a general health and safety culture, I suppose, that's accepting that it's okay to work to that standard. So we're asking employers and telling employers that actually, do you know what, this goes back to you. You need to take action to make sure that the people that are working for you are working safely. People just want to get a job done, they just want to go to work, earn a day's wages. If they start making a fuss and start kicking up problems for their employers, saying things aren't safe, we don't want to work like this, chances are they're not going to get a call back next week to go to work. So they just get on, try and get the job done. But it's the employers that we're looking at and saying, do you know what, there's a minimum standard out there, you need to make sure that the guys that are working for you are working safely. And anybody that's working on your site has everything that they need to work safely and make sure that that's going on. But here today, everything's fine so far.